If I look like a stressed out hot mess of an employee from the education system, it's because I am.
Okay, let's try this.
Can I finish doing? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, watch your tail. Watch your booty. Okay. Welcome to this video. I think this is like my third year in a row. If this is the first video of mine that you are watching, let me just briefly explain what it is. Basically, every year I take a trip to my favorite used bookstore. It's called McKay's. So there's several different places like this in the United States, at least, where basically you take all of your used books and you can either get cash or you can get like store credit. At McKay's, it's called McKay's Cash. And yeah, it is. I love McKay's just because of the selection. A lot of their like books that they have, it's like current books, popular books, but then they also have like vinyls, they have electronics, they have Funko Pops, puzzles, board games, all sorts of different things. And so if I turn in my used books, even if I don't want books and I want like puzzles or something, I can get that too with like my McKay's Cash. Before I go to McKay's though, I want to share all of the books that I read and disliked since I last did this video, which was October of 2024. Let's get into it because they're right here. Not Jamel Hill though. Also, if the lighting looks a little cray, I meant to get my friend's camera earlier in the day to borrow it and film this, but I didn't. But my schedule only allows basically for me to film today. So here I am, filming at 7 p.m. while the sun is actively setting like its life depends on it. First book. Oh, Iron Flame. Yeah. No. It's been so long since I've read it. I remember the plot or lack thereof, if I'm being very honest. Like, a lot of people, when Onyx Storm came out, needed to reread this one in order to kind of just like remember. I personally did not like this book so much that I remember the ending, and I think I would be okay to read Onyx Storm. However, I fear, based off of what has been told to me, that I will also not like Onyx Storm, but I have now committed to the Fourth Wing universe. I'm pretty sure it's called the Empyrean series, but we're just gonna say Fourth Wing universe because Fourth Wing will forever be my favorite book, but like, oh, it looks like the series is dwindling, babe. I'm not gonna say too much on it, but I'm literally just pulling at random. So, because I don't remember how I had these stacked. But, no. Okay. The premise of this book, I can work with. The potential of it, I can work with. Like, the idea is there. Is she fully fleshed out? Absolutely not. Is she well written? Heck no. This book is so poorly written. I literally, like, it was so annoying to read because it was so poorly written, as if the author has a limited vocabulary and a limited way of explaining things. I remember reading this and just consistently getting a headache, but I read it for... Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get it off the way. I'm in 4 different book clubs. I'm in 2 community book clubs. I'm in a book club with my friend, and then I run a student book club at the high school I work at. So I'm probably going to say the word book club a lot. Just know it's one of those that we're referring to. Anyway, we read this for one of those book clubs, and it was definitely not the student book club I run because I was not going to subject them to this BS. I'm telling you that right now. This was so... I can't. Other people have read the other books. They've read the novellas because apparently there's another novella that just came out. I couldn't care less because I didn't even like this. Okay, what else we got? I literally just accidentally am pulling out like all of the big hitters. You want to move? Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. She warned us. She did tell us that this was going to be different. She did tell us that it is basically a romance. However, basically a romance is like bare minimum, basically a romance. Once again, this feels like the premise was there. The potential was there. But there were some parts where it was just like not enough information. There were some parts where it was too much information. I feel like the best books within a book are maybe longer, bigger, have better detail. I understand the effort of putting a book within a book, but I feel like it just was not fully fleshed out. And there was a lot missing as far as really giving it that impact that I think she wanted it to have. I don't know. I don't feel like Great Big Beautiful Life is just the best title for it. It's not my favorite Emily Henry book. It's not my most hated Emily Henry book. That title will forever belong to People We Meet on Vacation. But it's kind of like, it's just very meh for me. Anyway, the next book that I pulled from my little shelf back here is The Mistletoe Mystery. It's a Maid novella. I have not read The Maid. I want to read it, and this was not bad. It just was not what we thought it was going to be. I say we as in me and my friend. We see the word mystery in the title. We're like, oh, it's a mystery. Like, it's going to be fun and it's exciting. And we had a goal last year of reading 12 books. And this would have been our 12th book, so we did choose a novella. However, it's a mystery in the sense of, like, the day that you get engaged, like, people are acting weird because they're trying to hide this big secret, but also convince you to go to the location of where the proposal is happening. That's kind of the mystery element of it, and that's basically what this book is, to be honest. So it's the girl being creeped out because she's getting proposed to. Is this our last vertical one? Let's do the last vertical one. I think I know what it is. Yeah. This pissed me off. This whole series gotta go, bub. It's not good. It's so poorly written. I saw this one video. Oh my goodness, if I could find it, I would love myself forever, but I don't know if I will be able to. It was like, I think it was either a TikTok or a reel. It had to have been a reel because I don't have TikTok anymore. And it was literally this lady read one of the books from this series and then hated it so much that she took all of the books and threw them outside in her dumpster. And that basically sums up how I feel about this book. Also, this is going to sound so crazy. This author doesn't use quotation marks. It was kind of touching the right part of my soul. And it is third-person POV, which, if you don't know me, I don't like at all, unless it's very, very well written. But most of the time, I feel like we can get more detail when we put ourselves in first-person POV. You know, in theory, turning all these books around and then just doing it like this seemed like a good idea, but I literally don't know. Oh, I just pulled out like the next 3. Okay, that's fun and exciting. Alright, so we'll just go over the next 3. Okay, first one, Once More with Feeling by Alyssa Sussman. I raved and reviewed and loved, and I still love Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. However, this was that. This is literally that, but like, it's just different in the sense that it takes place with like Broadway, I feel. But it feels like the same, not the same plot, definitely not the same plot, but a very, 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 very similar plot. And the way it's written is very similar. Obviously, writers have a very noticeable, noteworthy is not what I'm looking for, but just like you can recognize someone's writing as soon as you open the book. And it's not that. I'm not saying that like that's just the way she writes. She's an amazing writer, but I think just overall the way the plot and the storyline is played out, it's the exact same energy as Funny You Should Ask. The only difference is that Funny You Should Ask goes back and forth between the past and the present every other day, whereas this goes between the past and the present, again, very, very similar, every single chapter. Which got really kind of like, for me. Overall, I mean, it's still very well written. Alyssa Sussman is a great writer, just as an author. But I think plot-wise, this just was not, it wasn't for me. It just reminded me too much of Funny You Should Ask, but not in the way that I would like for it to. Then we have Spiral by I'm so sorry, I can't say your name, Queen, and I'm sure you are a queen. Every woman is, because we simply exist in a world with men, but I can't say your name. I actually liked this book. I was so heavily debating on keeping this because I loved it. It's about Elias and Sage. He's a hockey player. She's a ballerina. What kind of, I guess, drives me, it's a fake dating romance, and I love it. It's a fake dating sports romance. I mean, I really do. I liked this book a lot. It was written in first person. I mean, I loved it. There was just something about it that I just was like, I don't think I'm gonna read it again. Like, it wasn't bad at all. It's just not so intense of a romance that I'm like, I'm going to pick this up again and I'm going to, reimagine myself as Sage, and we're doing our little thing with my boo Elias. Like, I'm not, I wasn't going to have that energy about it, but it's not a bad book at all. And then the other book that I accidentally grabbed from our very quickly dwindling pile is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I was obsessed with Wild Love. Like, I have it. I'm ready to read it again. Love them. Love. Ford? Love. Rose? Love. The fact that I remember their names, that's how you know I was in love. I am in love. Not even was. I am in love. This one, I think it's the pop star single dad trope I can't get behind. Him being a single dad, hot, amazing, love him. Woo! What was his name again? I forgot his name. Weston. We love Weston as a single dad. Amazing. I think what just really did it for me is I didn't like Homegirl. I didn't like her FMC. She's a country singer, ain't nothing wrong with that. Even though I hate country music as a Tennessean, there's nothing wrong with that. What's her name? Skylar? Yeah, see, I don't even remember her name. Like, I really tried to, put this book out of my brain. This book is the reason that I have yet to pick up the other two books in this series. I really, really want to, especially because the series got approved to be a television show. At least that's what I've heard. But this book was just not. It was not the vibe. We have nothing vertical. I was so close to keeping this book. It's my first B.K. Borison book, and it's so good. It's so good. However, again, there was nothing intense about it. Nothing that just, had me screaming, shouting, and squeezing my legs. Like, there was nothing about this book that made me want to do that as far as it being a romance. B.K. Borison, amazing writer. Amazing, amazing, amazing writer. And I'm not saying she's not. I think she's fan-freaking-tastic. I just did not fully fall in love with the story to the point where I want to reread it again the way I would reread, Love Theoretically. You know what I mean? I stay rereading Love Theoretically, and, we have it at the library, and I literally recommend it to, if a student picks it up, I'm like, read it. That motorcycle that went by just agreed. What's up top? Let's just figure out what's on top. I don't like this book. I don't like her. The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. Get it out of here. I can't. I literally, the best way to describe this book is if Clover moved, Fourth Wing and Powerless had a half-baked, very lackluster child, it would be The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. Because what do you mean the book ends with him literally taking her virginity and then telling her to run for her life? And this was probably just a bunch of world building for a really great second book. But I'm going to take your word for it. There is a second book. I don't plan on reading it. However, I did read this book as a part of my friend and I's book club. If she wants to read the second book, you know what? I'm going to support her and I will read it. I'll do it. Yeah, sure. However, I did not like it. And I probably won't like the second book. But, she's here. And the tension wasn't... Girl, how'd you scare yourself by dropping a toy? I don't even remember what I was saying. I probably should have left her alone. His leg is broken. Go from the bottom. The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest. I feel bad that I don't like this. I really do. I wanted to like it. I tried. I really did freaking try. It's just not well written. And once again, it's in third person POV. I think this book would eat everyone up if it was first person POV. It's actually very similar to Wild Eyes, but kind of switched. So she's a single mom and he's a singer man. And I think it's not that it would work because the roles are reversed. I just think that the way the plot is going in this one, I think it works. it's not, I'm missing that detail. And I think I would get that detail if it was first person POV, and I would love it so much more. I'd get that tension. I think it would just absolutely eat the girls up. But instead, it is written in third person POV, and it's just not that good. It's not that good. I've read better written books. I kind of don't want to read any more Christina Forrest books because I don't like this one. I need some opinions on that. Someone to persuade me that like maybe the other ones are better. Definitely let me know, because right now it's not looking like a win. Okay. I am never doing those blind date with the books ever again. This is why. Granted, I did get the blind date from a smut book truck. So I knew what I was gonna get, because if there's one thing about me, and this might be something I shouldn't say, but I like steam. I do. I eat the steam up. Homegirl should have just said that this was erotica, okay? Because that's what it was. They were instantly in love with each other because they had heard each other's voices or typed or whatever the heck over video games, and then they finally met in person, and then just basically go on a very weird sex marathon, but also someone ends up in jail. I don't want to ever again. I understand why people would read it, and there's no judgment or anything for people who do read erotica. Like, if that's your vibe, that's your vibe. But at least make it well written. You know what I mean? So yeah, it literally says at the top, right up here. It says right up here, the only thing dirtier than her mind is his mouth. I forgot I read this. Which means it's a very forgettable book. Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. It is the sequel to Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, which I also did not like. But my friend wanted to read it for book club. I said, I'm down if you're down. She was down, obviously, because she's the one who wanted to read it. So we read it. We did not like it. And by we, I mean me. I did not like it. I didn't like the first one. I figured I wouldn't like the second one. It just, no, I don't know. I did like the fact that we got, like, I don't even remember his name. That's kind of how much I didn't care about this book. What's his name again? Oh, another Wes. Funny. I did like that we got this from Wes's point of view. I really think that more romance books would like thrive and eat everyone up if they were written from the guy's point of view, because men written by women are just that freaking amazing and that perfect for the soul. However, I think I didn't care for the plot of the first one. I'm not going to care for the plot of the second one. I think this is our last one. Yeah, last one. What is it? My babe, Allie Hazelwood. Okay, hit or miss for me. She's a hit or miss author for me. She's an autobi author for sure, but she's also a very big hit or miss author for me. And Problematic Summer Romance, problematic for sure. Very problematic book. Kudos to her for getting, was there 3 books this year? 3 books published, written, done. Like, you go queen, okay? I still need to read Mate, but before I read Mate, I need to read Bride. That just feels like the correct way to go about things. I also don't know if I need a break from Allie Hazelwood because I read this. This is a age gap romance, and like, we get it, right? We get it. It got really, really annoying, because when I say genuinely, the whole premise of this book is her saying in every freaking chapter that it wouldn't work because of the big gap in their age. And I don't remember if it's like 12 or 13 years. Like, it's not, in my opinion, it's not crazy. 15 years. Maya is 23 and Connor is 38. Love is love, babe. Love is love. If you love them, you love them. Like, I don't know why I'm supposed to like care. I mean, I understand why I'm supposed to care. It's supposed to be like, again, problematic. But what's problematic is the way that consistently gets repeated. And I know I'm very redundant and I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to give you the same energy the book gave me, okay? Those are all of the books that I have read over the past year that I don't like. I think I want to do a version where I share the books that I've read over the past year, or at least since January, that I do like. Why are you going into the bathroom? Girl. So I'm just going to show you guys the books that I'm currently reading. And then Buy the Book by Jasmine Guillory. This one I'm going to go ahead and just try to knock out. I can't tell if I like it or not. It is written in third person POV. It's also a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and both of our characters are black. I don't know if I personally like it for myself, but I low-key want to save this book to give to my daughter in the future when she's like 12 or 13, so she can have like a more modern version of Beauty and the Beast, because no matter who I marry, she's gonna be black because I'm black. But I can't decide quite yet if I want to save this for her or not. I'm only on like chapter 5 of this book, but I do like the idea of it. I just, once again, first person POV, man, give me that detail. All right, and then the last book that I'm currently reading is Wayward by Amelia Hart. This is for the community book club that I am in. One of them, we are reading Wayward. The other community book club I'm in, I haven't read yet. And then the book that I got for my students for the month of October, like book club wise, it hasn't arrived yet. But we are reading Wayward for one of those clubs because, again, I'm a serial book club joiner. I haven't really started it, so I can't like say much. I am a little nervous because once a freaking again, this book is in third person POV. Those are the 3 books that I'm currently reading. The first one is very quick and informative. If you stayed into this point of the video, you're absolutely insane, but I love you for it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. I am excited to see what the next year of books has in store for us. I'm excited to see how this McKay's trip goes. Very, very excited about it. So, yeah, I'll talk to you all super, super soon. I don't know how to end these things. Should I just, like, aggressively smack the camera and then say bye? I might have to do that. All right, let's go.